Hey guys, welcome to a little talk about the squat. Today we're going to kind of cover the goblet squat and a little food for thought and how you can actually get the most out of it, right? So first things first, we need to make sure that in our squat stance that we're in such a stance where we're about shoulder width apart again. And for the goblet squat, it's important to give yourself about a 30-degree turnout. It's very essential that as you go into your squats that your knees track your toes. If you're squatting and your valgus collapsing here, destroys the ankles. If you're shooting outside of your toes, just a lot of stuff in the system that's not going to be happy about that, right? So nice little stance here. And everybody's hips are slightly different, but this is kind of a general rule of thumb, right? We're going to do a couple body weight ones. I'm going to give you a little bit of thought. Even body weight, what you should kind of be thinking about, right? So what I think about, first things first, is I take a sniff into my core, and now I'm supporting my shoulders to my hips, the cylinder, right? Ideally, in a squat, the shoulders and hips ascend and descend at the exact same rate. One doesn't beat the other. So by filling up the core, and I think about pulling myself to the earth. I don't free fall, literally pull myself. So it's sniff, pull, short pause, and I initiate with this little grunt, charges my core, helps me come out of the hole, right? So shake it out a little bit, find your stance, literally pull yourself into the hole, pause, and at the top, might as well get the most out of your movement. Take some time here to lock out your legs, lock out your glutes, brace your core, maybe about 2 seconds or so. Do 5 reps, hold for 2 seconds, it's like you're doing 10, right? So anyways, find that setup, pull yourself into the hole, pause, lock out for about 2. General rule of thumb. Now when we add the kettlebell, the hardest part is getting it up to the squat ready position. So a couple ways to do that. When I'm at sub max loads or lighter bells, I use a pull catch method. What we do is we connect to the bell pretty much like the deadlift, sniff into the core, drive the bell up, grab it by the horns of the handle. As we park it, it just follows the body down and we hinge with it safely. So this is the pull catch. Drop it safely, boom. The other method, when the bell gets heavy, I do a little pre-swing into the pull catch. So it's a hike, use a little momentum there, park it, nice little hike, get it up, park it safely. All right, so shake that out a little bit. Now, we're gonna get the bell up. Find this nice, comfy position. Get your hips ready. Pull yourself into the hole. Short pause, initiate with a grunt. Shoulders and hips moving at the same rate. Spine staying nice and neutral. And when I'm saying about the hips and the shoulders moving at the same rate, a common mistake in the squat is squatting, hips lead, shoulders follow. You don't want that. That's going to really strain on the back. So by pulling yourself in and loading the spring, load the spring, hold it, initiate with that grunt. It helps you keep that vertical position and the hips and the shoulders move together at a better ease. So again, a couple more reps. Get the nice pull catch. Bam. Have that thought of pulling yourself in. Driving through, staying together as a unit. Park it safely, always. And that's a nice little tutorial on the squats. And remember, if you're not squatting with this technique that I'm talking about unloaded and body weight, then maybe you shouldn't be adding a load right away, right? There's nothing wrong with body weight squatting, especially if you do it intentionally. Pulling yourself in, pausing, coming out, locking out. And just food for thought, this same pattern applies if you have a kettlebell in one hand, boom. If you have double bells, pull into the hole, initiate with a grunt. That's your thought process. So thanks for checking in on the old goblet squat cues. Hope your squats are strong, and we'll catch you next time.